At Capella University, you're in control of your education. With the game-changing FlexPath format, you can set your own deadlines and move at your own pace. The faster you move, the more you save. Visit capella.edu to learn more.
I hate to break it to you, but you're in for a big surprise. 5 years from now, Jane, who's resigning today, will ring the NASDAQ bell, officially launching her company on the public market. And what you'll soon realize is that Jane stole your most valuable data to start her new company on her way out the door. Learn how Code 42 Insider can stop data theft and protect your organization's most valuable assets. Visit code42.com to learn more.
We all know the software is here. We as far as that, there is no software issues. It is absolutely here. We are putting cosmetic stuff on the homepage, and that's it. But as far as the mechanics of it, that is done. That is done. Now, that being said, yesterday I kind of switched to you all. I forget exactly what I was talking about. I got it written down somewhere, but it was about you. Thus, again, this is more about you because we're going to have e-commerce in a major way on this store or this software. Okay, e-commerce is going to be a very big push that I'm doing, like Amazon or the NBA store, something like that. So we'll sell merchandise with the company logo and all that stuff like that. But we're also selling you. That's why you're up, Pam Norris. That's why you're here. Okay. We're also selling you. Immediately, if you have, I wrote down what Justin told me yesterday in our meeting. He said, get everyone's products and see if they can, that's right. All right, so I'm supposed to ask you two things. But first, before I ask you the second thing, if you would like the ATS companies to host your products and let our traffic see your products right now in the most boring fashion possible, send Deanna a message. Like right now. It's much easier to do it that way. Because if I hang up and tell y'all, send it over, you're not going to send it over. Just do it now. We'll be boring. We will make that happen. I'm going to re-explain for everybody else. The software is complete. One of my sneaky goals is to also have a store that competes with the company. I'll give you a good example of this. My best example is the NBA. The NBA, National Basketball Association. Is everybody here? Let's see. Okay. I know England knows. Okay. All right. So I'm on the same page with everybody. The NBA they sell merchandise in a major way, Jerome, to the point in which they have who's the number one person in jersey sales and all these things. They sell memorabilia, all that stuff. And that revenue rivals stadium revenues. Yes, because there's more people online than there is in the world. Everybody got me? Okay, so I just want you to think this concept because I'm modeling that with this company. Everybody on the Grand Rising, everybody on the same page so far? All right, good, outstanding. Therefore, I'm saying, Pam Norris, your number is 23. Your name is LeBron James. I'm going to sell your jersey to your fans or to our traffic. I need you to tell Deanna, Ice Buddy, this thing, this link. Boom, send it there. As far as pay structure, I don't know yet. But I do know it will be full price to your stuff. You understand? All right. I do know we're talking about just adding another. It's no different. It's basically, can we be Amazon for you? Does that make sense? Can we? And it makes sense because if we're going, okay, Jerome's excited. He understands it. I got my books over here. If we're going, give me a second because so I have typically, I'm gonna show y'all my morning notes. So I have this meeting called morning meetings, and this is it. This is reminders for me. Okay, this is something, and the only thing here today, I actually gave this to y'all yesterday. Typically there's a lot of stuff here. There's stuff here, here, here. The only thing here today is the two things I needed to ask y'all about and see if y'all can handle this, but that's coming later. Let me deal with this part first, okay? So I asked him, hey man, how can I help? He said, well, I just need you to help out. So I could erase this here. That was my shorthand. This is what I'm dealing with right now. I'll deal with this part second. I know it's small, but allow me that. Typically when I say, now let me get to my main part, it'll be right here. I'm very organized. But if I scroll down, I'm always reminding myself what I'm controlling at all times, Carisha. At all times, I'm controlling these 6 areas: economics, finance, data information, manufacturing, skip this one, communications, human resources. Right now, I am clearly having a manufacturing and infrastructure conversation. Okay. So it would make sense that I would say first goal, 720 days, get to 7 million customers. You heard me say that before? Every time I said that, I was always leaving out because I am controlling the distribution with 7 million people paying. That becomes something different, Steve. It's not a regular company no more. Okay? That is your own distribution network. That is me guaranteeing that I can put you in front of 7 million paying customers. That is me going to, let's use Les Brown. He's always a good example. Les Brown, I need you to come do an ATS original. What's that? Well, I want to put you in front of 7 million people. I want you to tell your story. Here's how it works. When you have 7 million people, you have everything. You have a TV program. You have you understand, you got a space station. You got Reading Rainbow. You got Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I'm serious. I'm like, as funny as that sounds, you got Pee Wee Herman show. You have every classic thing. Leave It to Beaver. Dennis the Menace. I'm trying to go back. My Three Sons. What was the lady?
And you went
Pat.
back, My Three Sons.
Yeah, what was Pat? I used to watch this show too. Patty.
Oh, Patty Duke.
Patty Duke. Oh man, now that's really back for sure.
Why none?
Okay, yeah. Now, of course, I wasn't watching new episodes, and that was on Nick at Night. Okay, Mork and Mindy. All right. When you have this stuff, this is what you have. You have the ability to start whatever you want to start.
Nanu.
Yeah. I used to walk around doing that. Remember Alf? All right. Now, you can tell we was born in the 80s. That's that distribution. So all of you, Justin just hopped on, so I'm going to let him give his vision. Right now, Gianna, has anyone messaged you? And I saw Carisha say, count me in. Like, we're taking this boring time to pause. If you're in, basically, if you would like, as we reach people, if you would like us to expose you on the e-commerce side, to your product. Go, and that's product or service, Abby. That's your coaching. That's your coaching. That's your coaching, Abby. All that stuff. Remember, the goal is to create 100,000 millionaires, and we're doing things far differently than normal. Just is what it is. Okay? Everybody got me?
I have received 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's all you need to number. As long as they doing it,
Yes.
I don't even listen. As long as they doing it, that ain't who doing it ain't none of my business. As long as it's getting done, anyone who has the confidence to say, yep, that is the people who are seizing this moment. That's between them and their dreams. Who is between them and their dreams. Good stuff. Now, let me show you my morning meeting notes. I'm gonna show you what Justin told me to do yesterday, and I'm gonna let him talk. He only asked for one thing, but it was split in two. I literally shorthanded it as he was talking. And remember, I had this morning meetings. All this is just for me. This is so I stay organized. Okay, so that's not really for y'all. This is so I can stay organized in my thoughts. Every meeting needs to have this theme. I need to know that we're doing this. I need to know what my intent. I always change the intention each week. This is so I hit the nail on the head every time. This is if you ever see me teach keynotes, I do the same thing: text, title, theme, purpose statement, something. All right, just something similar. This is what Justin asked. He wants me to get everybody products. We just did that, so I'm going to let him talk as long as he wants about why, what's his vision. He may, he's got some stuff. Okay, he's a millionaire. He's good. He already owns e-commerce, and we're going to combine together, make that work. And then we're going to wait to talk about this one in a second. I'm going to let him talk about the first one first, which is why does he want your products? What does he see for the future? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So Justin, I know you at a bank somewhere, but if you don't mind, you can go ahead and take it from here.
Yes, sir. Well, the vision was to make everybody feel as a part of this new launch as possible, and also profit from this new launch as possible. So to make everybody in here is an entrepreneur, whether they're working as an employee, self-employed, not employed, vision to be employed, a vision to be a business owner. So this transition in this business venture is going to then take product, services, and ideas and daily necessities and put it on the e-commerce platform, which is the wave of the future. Okay, so we have industrialism, which is fading out, and only the necessity concrete is going to stay, and information age, which is basically taking over. And we're going to be a part of that. And we're going to make money doing it. We're going to build our dreams doing it. And we're going to inspire other people and family members to do the same thing. So what this For the Culture Global is a network of fashion, technology, health, books, local entrepreneurs, global entrepreneurs, and everybody else products, and well-known products as well, for people to go onto a site and buy something, get it in a quickly, timely fashion, and know that they're getting something of value and quality. I'm sure a bunch of people has bought from online and got something, and you waited 3 weeks to get it, and you got it, it didn't work. And you had to go back and forth with PayPal to get your money back. So when we did this venture, me and Antonio, we decided that there's a lot of entrepreneurs on this call. So what we're going to do is have you provide your product that you were selling already or about to launch, and let us just put it into distribution. We will become your wholesale buyer in mass quantities, and we would distribute the product online for you, as well as merchandising, recommendation for some services, and so forth and so on. So that's why that's why it's important for you to submit your products and your ventures, because we have to look through it and we have to know, okay, do we have enough capital to fulfill these demands that's going to come in? Number one. Number two, is there any guidelines or regulations or legalities that we have to go through before we can distribute the product? And it has to meet Amazon's guidelines too, because since we're venturing off, we're not going to go against the wheel just yet. we'll invent the wheel from the inside. We're going to be on the inner tube. Before we then buy the whole wheel, we'll use Amazon's distribution platform to provide, and I have stock in Amazon distribution vans too. They deliver up to 350 parcels per day. But I know how Bezos works. So when I did that about 2 years ago, I knew there was only about a 5-year span before he bought everything out. And he is franchising most of the delivery services as well before they go to drones. So most delivery services, if you see the white vans, some of them's Amazon, some of them's independent, but you have to basically lease the van and franchise it. But there's only a matter of time before that's no longer needed. And he buys all the vans, but he'll have to buy us out for a great profit. But so that distribution model is better than us fulfilling the order ourselves and have to rely on, because the orders may get heavy and people have families and jobs. So let's say Ice Buddy or some of the other names of products that I hear in the calls. On a normal day, if your orders were at 5 or 10 units per day, it's easy for you to fulfill those orders. If those orders start to bump up to 50 and 100, 200, you're gonna have to either get a virtual assistant or you're gonna have to get some help, and then the consumer might not get it in a timely fashion. So to avoid all of that, shipping cost, time, we'll just take your product. We'll make sure that we have enough capital to get mass production. We'll make sure that it's regulated, that it doesn't violate any laws, and then we'll then ship them to Amazon's warehouse. And when you get an order, Amazon will then ship it out. Boom. Everybody, no harm done to you. You're sitting at home collecting money. We're sitting at home collecting money. We're advertising, and we'll focus all our energy and productivity on the advertising and the marketing and the quality of the products that we're going to sell using the ATS network, which is globally and has like tons and tons and tons of followers and viewers. So it's an ingenious way to include everybody into a network of excellence. So everybody just participate, put your ideas in, also, not only do you put your products in, because everybody doesn't have a product, put what you normally buy. This is very important to help revenue build. Put, almost similar to an Amway system, put what you normally buy online on a daily or weekly basis. Because then we're either gonna find the same quality or that same product, so you're gonna be buying from yourself. If anybody has any questions, please let me know.
Killed it. Let me. He's coming back because he's coming back.
I have a question, Antonio.
Go ahead. Ask
Yeah.
directly to him.
So I was talking to Deanna and Grace yesterday. I have different things that I would like to put up, but I don't have it on any kind of platform or any links to it. So what can I put it on that would then have a link that that he can use?
What's the product?
So first of all, it's my Ayurvedic stuff. It's going to be workshops, but then I have products that I'm doing, like creams and lotions and beard balms and all sorts of stuff with certain things that have Ayurvedic herbs in it. So I was just, what could I put it on? Then could have a link if it's not on a website now.
Well, it depends on what stage you're at with the product. We can go on a private call and go over your product stages as well. But for just general purposes, depending on what stage you're at with the product, where you actually have it and it's labeled and it's ready to go and it met all of the guidelines that it needs to be sold to the public, you can then, we would take it ourselves, your brand, we'd wholesale it from you, and we then put it up for sale. But as far as computer links, if you don't have a website to drive us to your site, you'd have to create a website. But then that would be that you'd be held responsible and accountable for fulfilling the order, which would be cool in the beginning when sales trickle. But when they start to flourish, you might be caught in a jam.
Okay, so suggestion right now is just we talk.
No, suggestion is if you have the product there and you don't have a website, I would suggest that you get with Deanna or Grace or any of the people, find somebody in the network that actually develops websites and get the website developed for your product, number one. Number two, we'd have to go over the branding and the legality of it to make sure, especially since it's anything that's like health and beauty, to make sure that we're not violating any of Amazon's laws. Because like I said, we have to go with the flow right now. So make sure that's not violating any of Amazon's health or any of those regulations with them. And then once it passes that, then we, for the culture, and ATS will then buy it from you wholesale and put it up for sale. Or you would then fulfill it to us on consignment, and we would split the profits, or however that goes.
All right. Okay.
And as far as your biggest part of the question was actually the littlest problem that you had putting on the site. It's like $20 for a domain, and you just throw up a landing page, and you can.
No, I have a domain. That's what I'm just saying.
Oh, well,
should I
then
do a landing page, or should I do the website? Just a landing page I could do it on.
Well, I would do a landing page. I would do a bunch of different. I would make a website with a bunch of different landing pages. That's what I would do. Yeah.
Got it.
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks.
Fantastic, masterful answer to that question. Charmone has one, but before I get to Charmone's question, I personally text Charmone, and I personally text Pam Norris. The only two person I personally said, y'all need to be on this meeting. Charmone, if you can confirm that I personally text you, when you flash your camera or say yes, I did, so the people can believe. All right, then, outstanding.
Yes, you did.
All right, send them back to back. Why? Because both of their stuff fits. Like, there's no way Pam Norris didn't hear, oh my God, yes, the whole time Justin was talking. Especially the whole buy from you wholesale, which is which manufacturing company like Pam Norris and Charmone doesn't want that in the first place, right? It could be consignment or wholesale. Now, Charmone just asked a question here. Charmone, would you unmute your mic and ask a question out loud so Justin can answer it?
Yes. My question was, if your product is already being sold through Amazon, can you still participate?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
We would just either get from you privately or take your product and do what's called a lead magnet. We would then take your product, it's already in existence, already on Amazon, and we would take it and we would put it on our store, maybe for a shipping markup. So really no profit to us. But within that store, we would have, depending on what the price is, we would then have surrounding products that complement your product, where it will be a higher profit margin.
There you go.
Or create merchandising, clothes or T-shirts or hats with a higher profit margin surrounding your product and your customer base, and expand off of that.
Yeah. You got it?
Yes, thank you.
That was beautiful. Now, she also sells bodies, creams, and all this stuff. I'm totally messing up the description. All natural. And I'm sure it already, if it's on Amazon, it already fits Amazon's guidelines. So that's actually answers.
Our health section going to be popping.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Dealing with all these entrepreneurs are health conscious. Pam Norris, unmute your mic. And it's listen, Pam got up at 2 a.m. to listen to Justin. It is 2:24 a.m. over there. Okay. Yes. So she's
thank you, Pam.
Thank you, Justin.
Definitely.
No, this is a call I wouldn't have missed for anything.
I know
catch up on sleep later. That's what entrepreneurs do.
Anything you wanted to ask, or any excitement you wanted to share?
No, the excitement. I really don't have any questions at this point. I just want to let you know, Justin, we'll be as responsive to you as you need us to be. You just need to tell us what you need from us. But I'm excited about this because, our bottom line, because our mission is to save lives, and our bottom line is to be global and to get this product into the hands of people globally. And you are the mechanism for getting that done. So you meet my corporate goals and vision. So I'm just thrilled. and it's just one less thing I have to worry about, and know that it will be taken care of masterfully.
I'm excited with you, excited for you, and excited for me as well.
Her product, between her and Charmone, that's why I text them too. Let me explain. They were actually clapping for you, Pam Norris. They were clapping for you to receive that energy. Yes. The Pam Norris has the iceless cooler. It is manufactured. It gets shipped. Her stuff meets not only, shipping standards, but federal guidelines. Her competition is FEMA, Justin. Her competition is FEMA. But basically, and it's already $1 million company, and we're getting ready to push it to $1 billion company. All Pam Norris is missing is about 3 million orders. That's it. She's not missing anything else. She's not missing anything else. She has governments. Is this correct? Is it governments okay? She has won't you tell us, you got like 5 government agencies waiting for you to ship out, 150,000 plus or something like that. I know you can tell it better than me.
No, well, we've been marketing this, Justin, for 15 years. So we have spoken to state and governments that are waiting for this. State of New York, we've met with head of emergency management there. Maryland, we've done that here in Hawaii. So we have made these contacts. Everybody's just waiting for us to have the mechanism to be able to move product quickly.
She's just been missing distribution.
Yeah, distribution's been the big piece for us.
That's it.
Hopefully we can fill that piece of the puzzle, and distribute it globally, and just fulfill the orders. And just, if that type of demand is already there, where you have state and government contracts already, once the state and government, they're going to take a boatload from you. And then the public's going to catch on to what the state is going to do, and people are going to see the value of the actual product. And before you know it, your $1 million company will just trickle up.
So you see why I text you. And do you see my little? So this is where Susan goes. Oh, it's strategic. Do you see how I've been thinking about Ice Money the whole time? You understand? All right. So you got it. You got it. That's basically it. For that, we got one more thing to most certainly discuss. Before I let Justin come again, does anybody else have some comments or questions for him that he can field and bless you all with? All right, so I'm going to ask one for Abby. Okay, Justin, I don't have a product. I have a service. I am willing to make a product, ebook, write a book, crackers, sausages, whatever I got to do to get on the store to generate some revenue. Okay, I'm definitely going to do that. So I have 2 questions for you, Justin. That's my name is Abby. If I get a product to you, maybe not now, but in a month, is that still okay? Also, how does this work with selling services as well? Those would be my 2 questions that Abby should have asked. Okay, and then she got a thumb up.
Well, number 1, Abby, and you can feel free to just unmute and ask. If you have a product, ebook, or service, everybody's here to encourage you to actually get it done, to write that ebook. I actually just self-published a book in March, and we're going to really publish it, really release it, hopefully in December. But yeah, it sold a bunch of copies. So if you want, there's a support system to help you get your book published, to have a product up there. But this is an ongoing thing. This is not a fly-by-night operation. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a brand. And the brand that I stand on, the brand that I'm sure Antonio stands on, and everyone in here is going to stand on that same pillar of gold, granite, cement, and marble. In other words, we ain't going nowhere. So we'll be here. From the information, this is the birth of the information age. So if it takes you 2 weeks or 2 years to put your book out, we'll be here to facilitate that product. As far as services are concerned, I don't know how that would work as far as selling services online. Maybe ad space on the store, to where the ad space, we can then promote your services online. Because
I think that sounds perfect. I think that sounds perfect because I do want to write a book. I do want to write a book. You know, in fact, I already have a title for my book. I just don't know. I didn't know how the process was going to begin.
I got you.
You
I'm gonna
know,
bless
but
you real quick, Abby.
if we can start.
What's the title of your book? Or what's the subject of your book? What health, wellness?
Well, the title is When Seasons Won't Fly, and it's kind of like an autobiography of my life up till now. That's the concept I have in my head.
All right, let me bless all y'all right now, and then Abby, you continue to finish. Okay, let me bless you. Most people don't know about this. There's something called private label rights. There's a store called the plrstore.com, and what you can do is you put in health. Let's say you're Ayurveda. You put in health, and then you hit the little enter, and what will happen is you get all this stuff. Here's trending topics: healthy eating. So you go to healthy eating, and then it's going to show me all sorts of stuff. And this book for $3.99, 10 signs of gluten is damaging your health. I can use, it's 26 pages. Suggested selling price is $17. And then tells you all about the book. And then this says you have the master resale rights. You can add this as a paid membership on your site. Okay. You can give away this product. You can do everything with this book except for you may not edit the contents of this ebook. Okay. You can add to it. You can't take from it. Basically,
what's the name of the site again?
I'm going to put it in chat for you. theplrstore.com, but it ain't the only one. What y'all may not know is Frozen is a private label rights. Disney's Frozen. They waited for it to expire. They took Frozen from a private label rights place and made it the blockbuster movie that it is today. The Lion King. Everybody heard of that? That is actually a private label rights book. Hamlet. Now that I'll tell you it's Hamlet, doesn't it look like Hamlet? If you're familiar with the story of Hamlet, the Lion King is exactly Hamlet with lions. That's all it is. That's what Disney has done over years. So if you need a book, I just taught you all. So when Carol said book university, I said, oh, they don't know about this. I actually thought about this yesterday. I'll show this again yesterday. There's other sites. Just put in Google PLR or go to this site. For $3.99, you can buy you a whole book that no one knows about, that is complete. You won't get hit on no copyright, nothing like that. If it's private label rights, when you get to Amazon and publish it, it will ask you, is this a private label rights? Or I forget how it says. And then you just tell them yes. And then it treats your book differently. Okay? That is all. But you can
It's
still
basically like buying them out and then
yes.
putting your own label.
Absolutely.
Makes sense.
So
Right.
Antonio.
Yes, ma'am.
Antonio, question.
Mm-hmm.
So are you saying, okay, so if I write, when I write my book,
that's right.
Are you saying that I should go to the PLR store? I want to understand the process, the thought process behind that.
I'm saying, okay, Abby wants to write a book. Wow, that's great. She should write her book, but hold up. Let's take that year or two to write her book later. And since Abby does single women relationships. What Abby needs to do is say, I'll write that autobiography later, but what I'm about to do is type in relationships, hit enter on this little tab here. My computer's making movies in the background, so it'll be slow. And then find a book on relationships. That's going to be the whole book, and I just add a couple of things to it. If you add a lot of things to it, then it is completely your book. Here's go. Look, getting dumped. We'll just type this up real quick. Getting dumped. I have no idea. We'll just go to this one. My computer's going to take a long time. But when it pops up, if it ever decides to, you're going to be able to write a book on relationships, which is a lead magnet for your stuff, and that you can give to Justin within 48 hours. All right.
Wait, I gotta ask a question.
Yes, sir.
So once you do that as your own stuff, can you sell that, or you have to?
Yes. No. They'll each one would tell you have master resale rights. Some of them would say, no, don't sell, give it away. There's very few of them. But no, you can resell this. This is people, they make their money that way, or it's old information, timeless information, but it's been written so long ago, it's the copyright has expired.
Antonio, you messed up.
This is what I'm here for. I am here to bless all of you with this knowledge. This is my job, okay? My job is to make your life easy.
Antonio, you
Yes,
got me messed up, and now who's going to be able to go back to sleep now? Now I'm going to go on to that site, do research on emergency preparedness, find everything and anything ever written on it, take it and add to it, and make it my book.
That's
Thank
yours.
you.
Yeah.
I'm not going back to sleep. 2:30 in the morning, you know.
All right.
Cuss at him. Go ahead. Cuss at him.
That's good preaching, huh? Look, I'm just attempting to not even add value with Justin. We don't know how to do your services yet. We'll figure that out later. But what you can do is write you a book that would have taken you 2 years to write in about 24 hours. Now that you can do. And then send that to Justin. And Justin, by just curiosity, do you mind pushing books on the e-commerce store?
We have a book section as well. And see, our book section was a lot delegated to me. It took me a while to write my book because it was a true autobiography. So I read it on my iPhone notes at night. I was in a business leadership, and it was a 90-day program. I won that, but then after, people were writing books, and I never thought about writing a book at all. So I said, if everybody can do it, why not? Let me just give it a try. I've been through ups, downs, a lot in my life. So at night, I would go on my notes, and I just started just writing whatever came to my head from childhood to adulthood. And it became a book. I didn't know how to edit it, though. I didn't know how to edit it. I got my GED. I went to school after and got my bachelor's in business. But, I'm not a Harvard graduate. I'm very smart and very intelligent and got very wealthy. But all of the English majors and stuff like that wasn't my thing. So I got it edited, put it out there, had a legal team make sure that I'm not incriminating myself or anybody else, or make sure I'm not liable to any lawsuits, make sure that it was double copywritten, and then put it out there. I never thought about what you said. I know that working for Warner at a short period of time, I knew how they did soundtracks, and I know how they did artists. Mm-hmm. So I see how that would be as well. But I opened up a platform for independent entrepreneurs and people that from humble beginnings and from abundant beginnings to feel safe to put their stuff on our platform to be released. Otherwise, some bookstores will turn down certain books if they say a certain realness or rawness. But what you just did now is opened up a whole column for generalization and specialties, which we don't even have one there yet.
Justin, I have another question. Are you saying that until I write my ebook, my life coaching business as it is right now, a service-based business, will not fly on your e-commerce site?
No, I didn't say that because I didn't even know I didn't know you had a life coaching business.
Yeah,
What I was giving you my experience just to be crystal clear, I was giving you my experience on how I wrote my autobiography. Antonio was giving you ways to not write an autobiography, because autobiography would have to be an authentic to your true story.
You can't PLR that.
Exactly. Like our brand is authentic, but Antonio is giving you how to make authentic brands and make millions of dollars with it. And not have to spend a whole bunch of money. So what I was giving you was my insight and my experience of how I wrote my.
At Capella University, you're in control of your education. With the game-changing FlexPath format, you can set your own deadlines and move at your own pace. The faster you move, the more you save. Visit capella.edu to learn more.
I hate to break it to you, but you're in for a big surprise. 5 years from now, Jane, who's resigning today, will ring the NASDAQ bell, officially launching her company on the public market. And what you'll soon realize is that Jane stole your most valuable data to start her new company on her way out the door. Learn how Code 42 Insider can stop data theft and protect your organization's most valuable assets. Visit code42.com to learn more.
Biography to give you some insight, and maybe, you can learn off it, build off of it, or not, But as far as your life coaching business, I don't see any significance to your autobiography and your life coaching business other than a revenue stream and an inspiration to the people who you would then be coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't see one conflicting with the other, because it doesn't go. It's not even going in the same direction.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I just want to make it clear, Justin. So as I am right now with my life coaching service-based business, can that go on your e-commerce as of today?
Advertisement for it could, because
okay.
I mean, how do you sell your life coaching business now?
I do it through my website. I direct people to my website to sign up for the service.
Okay.
Right. So it's essentially what you're asking is, can you go to Amazon and sell your life coaching services?
Yes.
Right.
You can?
You know what I'm saying? No, that's basically what she's asking, because you can't. Like, there's no real way yet. There's probably, like, when you do, Les Brown isn't on Amazon as a coaching service. His book is. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Amazon is for products. Okay. So what Justin is saying is, we can put ads for your service, because the ads is different, because as people see the traffic, there's ads. What I was suggesting to you is, you do both at the same time. You continue to work on your masterpiece, and in the next 24 hours, you work on a master short book or a master long book, or you get 3 of them, put them in one, and in 48 hours, you have a legal, uncopyrighted version of your book that would now be copyrighted. You can put that on the e-commerce store and anywhere to sell, so you can start making money now to fund your dreams later. Because remember, y'all,
awesome.
That's exactly. That's the only way I think, Jerry. You got to remember, I was broke my whole life. I didn't have time to sit in the trash can and wait 2 years to work on a book. I had to eat today.
Oh, that's right.
so a lot of my solutions are get this money now solutions. Do you understand? So that's makes me a good teacher, my experience.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
And what I would suggest on the legality side is, Antonio's telling you how to do it legally too. I would suggest forming an LLC to put your book under, just in case, and make sure that you doctor it up enough. In other words, add enough spices and stuff to where you have no legality problems in the future.
Yeah, it'd be completely. Now, if you get unexpired books, like books that have been previously published, like Frozen, like Hamlet, then you can sell that, but you're not going to be able to sell it the way you want to. It's a different kind of copyright with that. But this PLR, okay, Steve, let me bless you. And I saw Sugar and Jerry wanted to say something. What is PLR content? It is private label rights, sometimes referred to as white label or resale rights content. It's a type of content that's commonly sold to internet marketers and webmasters. Please know, y'all, most of these gurus y'all know are using PLR.
And if anybody can relate in music, it's similar to what a mixtape is. Usually in music, you have stuff, and if you can't get clearance for a sample, you can't get a clearance for a beat, or you can't get a clearance for a feature from another label, you white label it, what they call, and you put it out on a mixtape. Or, I mean, now you can do that through the internet. You can, put out anything, right? But if you still have to get the clearance for it. If you don't have the clearance, you can then white label it. That's basically what this is. It's white labeling it because the copyright has expired, or there's a gap, there's some type of loophole within there, and then you can add your own paragraph or a chapter or two to it, and then sell it online. Like I said, most of the big companies do this all the time. So when you go into the big company meetings, you got to make sure your stuff is really nailed and sealed, especially being a minority, because if they feel like you ain't got the money to combat in court, they take you for a roller coaster ride.
Which is why I control everything.
Exactly the conversation we had yesterday. Controlling everything, baby.
Everything. Now, let me bless y'all real quick. I am one of the only people I know. I gotta watch it. I happen to be. I write my own books. Do you understand? Okay, I ain't got no ghostwriters. My stuff is me through and through. You can just read it and tell. You get my intellectual side, or I'll just give it to you just straight hood. Stop doing this stupid stuff, sir, and just write in the book. This is me. I'm one of the very few people that can edit videos and shoot them and do ads and do graphics and write and do sales copy. It's not that I'm smart. It's I was trying to get out of a little city after being homeless. So I had to learn a lot of stuff. All right? Most people that y'all admire, look up to, they got people like me that write their stuff. You should know that. I know that because I've written quite a few for some of your heroes. Just know that that's the way that works, okay? So this is a common practice. I'm stressing this because some of you are going to say, oh, well, I don't know, this doesn't feel right. And that is why you're not a millionaire. Okay? I'm trying to beat this out of you right now. I'm going to beat this out of you because the people who they're doing this. You can search anything. This is what you can do. If you got stuff on health, you could pick 3 things. Antonio, what would you do if you need to write a book very fast? I'm glad you asked. What I would do is I would get 3 of these PLR books on one subject that is mine, whatever subject. Health, money. Let's do money. Money and stocks. Let's do stocks. I want to write a book on stocks real quick. I get 3 of them, buy all 3 of them. Cost me $12 total. Now I got 180 something pages. Then I would take all the information I know about stocks and I would do 3 videos, about 2 hours apiece. That's 6 hours. Then I would go on Fiverr.com. I would find me a writer on Fiverr.com. I would send him or her those 2 videos. And I would say, I want you to write as many articles about these 6 hours that I just gave you. It's my content. You do that right now and send it back to me edited. And I'll pay you per article. How much? It's something like $5 an article, $20 an article. Who cares? Now I just got back 18 articles from my videos, plus those 180 pages. I put them all together, edit it in a logical order, stamp my name on it. Boom. That's all me. That's how millionaires think.
Can I say something that
Yes,
I think
sir.
is going on people's head and probably because I know it would hit my head in the beginning, and it's a common probably cultural or your energy or environment is this thing right here. Well, if you do that, you're not real. You fraud.
Ain't no sense in me being real and broke. That would be my response to that. that would be my response to that.
But I just had to say that because I know
Justin,
how.
what would be your response to that? I don't know. Like,
but I just know how our
Good business is
culture
good business.
yeah. He said, "Good business is good business." All right, I saw Abby on your mic, so we'll get Abby, Sugar, Jerry. But yeah, I get what I would do if I had to.
Yes.
I just happen to be a good writer because I got beat up with a master's degree. Okay, go ahead, Abby.
Oh, I mean, I didn't really have much to say. I just wanted to say that I am totally resonating with what you, Antonio, you and Justin are saying, and it makes perfect sense because I have that understanding of how to go. I know about Fiverr. I know about going and hiring like a writer and all that stuff. So this is gold. This is gold. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. And this is Abby's solution to tackle the So she went from, okay, it may take me a while, to, I can get something up in 72 hours. I can cash in with release. It doesn't have to be your dream book. It just needs to be something of the spirit of excellence. And then you go from there. Did that help somebody? All right, Sugar, Jerry, Law.
Justin, on private labeling like spices, will there be a portion of the e-commerce that, because I'm a chef and I cook, but I'm private labeling by spices. So would that be something that I would be able to put in the program?
Let me make sure I understand.
In and out. Can you repeat that?
Yeah. Grace, your phone going in and out. Call on three-way for me. Grace will call you on three-way, and then so we can hear you a bit more clearly. Jerry, you go next. Don't forget, Sugar. We come back to you.
Well, first of all, I can attest that being broke and being real is not where you want to be. Let's start there for sure.
No, that's
but
right.
no, you know, I have heard of this stuff. I knew that there was availability on this kind of stuff, but I didn't really know where to go. So, I mean, this has just got my brain going about 9 million miles an hour right now to be able to obviously to offer a product with your service is almost a necessity these days. Whether you're giving away the book or you're selling it or whatever, but you've got to have something like that. And like I say, this has got me going 1 million miles an hour right now. So
good stuff.
Now it's very cool.
Stuff. Yeah, when you get high quality people going 1 million miles per hour, you didn't say something. This isn't the only place. I've used this before for other clients when I have to hurry up and. If I tell y'all how much I have ghostwritten, if y'all ever knew how many people that I have produced content for, I don't think I have a client or had that I have not produced content for. I just don't think I do. All of them, Law, all of them, okay, all of them. Because I typically replace 10 people with my presence. And then what happens is they get addicted to it. And then what do you want to do as a law of power? Keep people needing you. So I don't say, oh my God, I'm tired. No, I say, well, let me go over here and get some stuff and then add my stuff to it. It's that simple. That simple. I just happen to write my own stuff because I'm always talking. I'm always teaching. It's too easy for me to do that. It's too easy for me to do. My next book, well, one of my next books is called Resegregation. It is a doozy. I better be super duper famous to write this book. Let me tell you. This book gonna get me into some trouble. All right. Resegregation. It is the subtitle is The Facts of Black Oppression and the Guide to the Black Solution. At this point, I have to. I am responsible for my people. This is all my notes on this book right now. Here it is. Facts of the Black Oppression, immediate problems to address. This is stuff that I just know. This is links I use because I said, oh man, he said some smart stuff. Right? This is just research. This ain't even an outline. This is research. Boom, boom, boom. And then all this stuff a book that I had to go read called The Birth Dearth that addresses almost every problem that's happening in America today. Point is, I don't use PLR for me. I do all the hard work is my point there. And that thing is long. I do all the hard work. All the hard work. That's just research of notes. You got Sugar ready? Okay, go ahead. Let me hear Sugar's question. And I'm pretty sure it was a question for Justin.
Justin, I was asking about
Hold
private.
on. Sugar, do me a favor. Mute your computer. And then, yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute that real quick. Or is that you, Grace? Is that your computer that's muted? Like, make sure your computer, one of y'all speakers is feeding back into the microphone. It would probably be you, Grace, because your microphone is what it is. So mute your laptop speaker. That's one of y'all. All right, that's right. Hold on, let me fix it. Ask her your question. Ask Grace your question, Sugar, and then Grace write it down, translate it to Justin. That's what we do. Okay, Law. Let me hear from you.
Yes, so my question goes back to the fiber aspect of it. I know articles is something that I need to do for things that I'm doing, but I absolutely do not want to do it. So with releasing complacency training, do you think I can actually send those videos over to maybe someone on Fiverr or even maybe the book or something, and then have them create articles, and then that can actually push me out of obscurity online?
Indeed, I actually have someone employed like that on ATS staff. Yeah.
Hold on, something just in my head. I gotta speak it.
Okay. So
All right.
should you hold on real quick? So Law, should you want to do that? We can take care of you in the ATS. That's what we do.
Okay, that'd be awesome, because I absolutely despise writing articles. I don't want no parts of it.
No worries. We'll take care of you. Go ahead, Chris.
All right. Would it be a millionaire thinking, like I said, because I have like a bunch of videos where I spoke at different events, would it be a millionaire mindset to pay someone to like create a lot of mini like Gary Vee vlogs as I continue to travel?
Blogs or vlogs? Which one did you say?
Vlogs. Since I'm
Both.
constantly on the go.
Both. Always. Listen, whenever you ask, would it be a millionaire thinking? The answer is always in two parts. Abby, did you use other people's money? Yes. Abby, did you use other people's energy? Yes. Then you're thinking like a millionaire.
Got it.
It's always, no matter what you ask me, did you use other people's energy? Yep. Did you use their money? Yeah. Well, you're doing a good job. Millionaire. Did you do it yourself? Yes. Sorry.
That's the key. My bad.
No. Don't do it yourself. If Law hates writing, then don't write. Record, and then hire someone to write what you recorded. That is your content. That is not their content. That's your content. Those are your words, your content. What you did was hire an editor. How is that any different than when Justin wrote his book with his own words and he had to send it to an editor? There's no difference. I just happen to write. If you can write, write. If not, record and get somebody to write. All right, come on. Go ahead, Chris. No, go ahead.
No, because I was thinking about that, because I know I edit all that myself, but I think I'd be a lot more productive if I hire other people to do it, or get them to do it, as it be doubling my productivity.
You will be a millionaire if Carisha starts getting other people to do it. I said her name on purpose because the Holy Spirit just jumped in me and said her name. You understand what I'm saying? On purpose. You will be youst. If you do it yourself, I have over 200 people working or volunteering for me every day of the year. Grace, share your calculator for me, please. Because as soon as we get Sugar's the last question. Share your calculator for me, please. I need y'all to get this here. They all say I'm lucky. I am not lucky. They all say, this is why, I've always privately told you I laugh when people compare me to somebody, because I am not whatever you just compared me to. I just don't correct you. Like, whatever you just compared me to, that guy is not thinking like me. Not at all. Grace, I want you to take 200 and multiply that times 24. Now, add 24 to that. Abby has 24 hours a day. I've got 4,824 hours a day. And that is why I win. There is no other reason. Don't let anybody tell you different. I'm telling you, when we're on stage and they say, Antonio, so how did you do it? I can't say, well, I'm just better than you. That's rude. Okay? What I have to say is, just I followed my passions and all that stuff. The truth is, I have more energy in one direction than you do. And I'm the guy teaching you how to put the same amount of, I'm taking all that energy that I have and I give it to y'all and say, go here.
My bad. The light bulb's going off.
All right, there you go. That's
Because
this.
that makes sense of what you're doing with me, and that's why you're asking me to get other people to multiply me and get me out and to get.
Y'all see him? I've been telling Chris first I've been trying to get Chris for a year. He wanted to do it himself, dummy. He wanted to do it himself. Then he finally came, Phil. He finally came, and the first thing I started telling him was, you need a team, right? Jerry, I could have used him. I'm not doing that. I asked him, what's your schedule? He says, well, I can't do anything till 5. And what do I do, Chris?
You work around my schedule?
Wait till 5. We don't leave till midnight. I'm inconveniencing us for him. And I tell him, you need a team, right? And I'm keep pushing it here. His light bulb just went off. You need some minions. I posted a whole post yesterday, said looking for some interns, and then tagged him. Right? He ain't tell me to do that. He don't even know. Everything I do, my motives are different. I just pull what I'm trying to do, what I do for me, and I just give it to y'all. I didn't have to tell you about the PLR store, but I don't own that. I don't own nothing. Every time I tell y'all steal from me, and if you don't, you rob it yourself. Because I'm telling you, steal 4,824 hours and steal that. Because when you steal that, you just used my 4,824 hours. I got 10 articles right now I need to release. 10 articles I need to release, and I'm working on 7 books at one time and some videos that's going up right after this here. Antonio, how you get all that done? Well, for one, I'm just crazy. That is true. But 2, I get to staff out. I didn't even go to the office yesterday. But Deanna, Chris, and Grace, they slaughtered it. All I did was edit videos all day yesterday. So I did. Chris is going to be doing editing. I'm not letting him do editing right now. Not because he can't, Jerry. It's just, no, you shoot right now, God dog it. I got a goal up here. You reach that goal first. And then you can go edit. When you get 10,000 something films, then I'll let you edit. You just shoot right now. And in a week we shot.
You got that damn videos.
You start to get it. And in about 1 week, we've recorded over 100 something, or maybe 200 different things. I'm not done. When it get to 10,000, then I'll let him say, all right, man, come on over here. That had nothing to do with me controlling. That's you. It's either I have Deanna shoot, which is what's been happening, but then she can't COO. I shoot, but then I can't CEO. So you shoot. You shoot. I'll edit. I'll lose some sleep. Like Pam Norris just said, I sleep later. I'll edit. You shoot. All right, Grace, give us this. Oh, all right, so did she put her question down? Let me see. Grace has a call right now. Sugar has a cookbook already written and wants to know if she can PLR the Yes. All right. Justin Sugar is asking, I have a cookbook. So both me and Justin will answer this question. I have a cookbook. Can I PLR the spices and present them to the company? The answer is yes, because it's for public domain use. Just look at the bottom and they'll tell you if they want you to give away for free or if they want you to sell it. sometimes you actually have to sell it, which is nothing wrong with what you entrepreneurs are trying to do. Now, Justin, question for you is, once she has that content ready, how can Sugar maximize your resources and your intelligence to sell her cookbook?
Well, to put it on our store, and I want everybody to just say, we are for the culture. I want the inclusive of everybody to just take a minute and say, we are for the culture.
All right, we are for the culture.
It's not a me or Antonio thing or Sugar thing or Lord thing. It's a our thing. So this is for us. This is for our communities. This is for a global thing. And when we have that mind frame, it's a share and share mindset. And I think everything will transition a lot smoother. To answer her question, spices for the cookbook, unless you're branding it for yourself and have your own, you can do the same thing that Antonio has taught you with the book, and you can do that with a spice company, a spice wholesale company, and you could take the same spice, you can make sure it's of quality ingredients, because we don't want to sell cheap stuff on the store. You take that same spice and you put Sugar's paprika on it, and you ship it to us, and we get it distributed. Same thing. Or you can take the one that you've been using and sell it for a slight markup. So yes, you can put all of that on the store.
Y'all got that? All right. Has today been a blessing to thee? Was it worth waking up at 2 a.m, Sugar? Charmone, did you get something?
Yes, I did.
Good, good. The goal, y'all, is to get this money. There should be no other goal. Don't spiritualize that, because you can't be righteous and poor. You are far more effective to your God or whatever you serve with money. So let me tell you, the video coming out today, right after this call, is going to punch a lot of people in the throat. Gently, but it will be a throat punch. It's called Good Money. Good life equals good money. And that's almost wrong to say, but no, it's not. Okay. And you ain't tapping into the wonderful with that mindset. You understand? Listen, I did a law of attraction video, which is just preaching, by the way.
Antonio.
Yes,
sorry to cut you in. I just wanted to add that law of attraction training is giving me so much life. Thank you.
Yes, good, because that is try to shoot one a day. The only reason I took a little break because I wanted it all in 4K. The one today, I bring up the Bible only because I had to, and has nothing to do with, it's not religious at all. I just said that every sacred text says that you're not allowed to be a disciple and poor. You could be a follower and poor, but you're not allowed to be a disciple and poor. Disciples, doesn't matter if that's of Islam, Sikh, Christian, it doesn't matter. A disciple duplicates themselves. I am no leader if I'm not making y'all rich and leaders. And that's a fact. If I was not giving away this information the way I do, I'm just your pimp. I'm your shepherd, right? You my sheep. That's all. And that's what most people are doing. And it bothers me, but I don't say nothing. I let them, everybody's master creator feel, I let them lead the way they want to lead. As for me, I am a leader that duplicates other leaders. This is why it's only two type of people that actually follow me. Alpha males and alpha women, basically. Every man that followed me is the man in his own right before they ever got here. They're going to continue to be the man while they're here. And I don't need to make Justin a boy to follow me. See, most male leaders do that crap. I don't play that. I don't need to. Phil talk, I shut up. I talk, Phil shut up. No disrespect. Right? It just is what it is. all of you, do not get out here and be so spiritual that you think it's time to be poor. Abby, you write your book. You share that light. It's going to take you a year or two because it takes me that long. It takes me 2 years to write a book y'all going to read in 2 days. That's your light. In the meantime, you use PLR and you fund that 2 years. Y'all see the difference there? It's a big difference. Share your light. Take your time. Get your money now. Because your light bill is due. And they not trying to hear you a child of God. They're not trying to hear that. No, you gonna die, and that light bill still gonna come. Now, Justin is a great blessing. The plane is on the ground. Justin is a great blessing to us. I could do the e-commerce myself, but he's better, and he is already a millionaire, and I ain't got no problem submitting to what he wants. So he asked me, I asked him, hey, what you need me to do? He said, I need you to have this kind of call tomorrow. Yes, sir. Wouldn't you know? Was it a discussion, Justin?
No, sir. Plus, you know what?
Go ahead.
Team works better. If you got a quarterback that scramble every play, eventually he's gonna get tired. He's gonna keep getting sacked. A team works better when everybody does their specialty and everybody has greatness within them. So when the team works and people are specialists and generalists at the same time, we're gonna win because our focus is not on the fans. Our focus is on providing value and getting to the goal line as a team. So there's no egos, there's no power trips, because what Antonio's genius is, and Phil's genius is, and Law's genius is, and Sugar's genius is, and Susan's genius is, everybody has a special part to play. That's what makes the piece of the puzzle work. Everybody could be good at something and, mediocre. If Jordan scored 61 points and they lost the game, guess what? They still lost the game. You got to pass. If you can't pass the ball, right, you might as well play one-on-one. And one-on-one is only going to get you 1 sale, 2 sales, 3 sales, 4 sales. When you got a team and you're great at something, let everybody play their part and the team wins. And that's what, that's how you become an Amazon. That's how you become a Netflix. You got to change with the times and adjust and shift gears.
I sure hope y'all receive that.
Plus, if you do, then the stuff that you do is going to come out mediocre because you're doing everything. And I learned that to build teams. If you're good at this, good at that, but it's coming out shaky and mediocre, then you're not really good at it.
Right.
Specialized.
A jack of all trades and a master of none.
That's right.
Yeah. So, but this is the master's session, because you have specialists here within the team that can then do the things that you need to get done to make your project a success. Editors, LLC people. Antonio just dropped the jewel. I didn't even know about that, the book. So you got all of this right at your disposal. So just utilize it. Anything that needs to come up, you share it to the team. Go on the site, go on the store. There's limited products now, but they're successful winning products. And as I shop and I spend and I buy this online, can we add this to the store? Put it on the call. I'll gladly research it, and we'll see if we can put it on the store.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
So anything you buy online, you want to buy from us because you're buying from yourself.
Yeah, because the more you buy from our store is the more I can buy wholesale from Jerry. Because we want to buy your products, Jerry. We want you to profit. And then we want to put that on the store and make a smaller profit. You understand? That's group economics. Or do it yourself and be poor.
Plus, you're doubling, you're tripling your attention, as Antonio, your attention.
Yep.
His following, my following, Law's following, Phil's following, Sugar's following. You start adding that and multiplying by the people that they know and that they know and then they know. So you take 100,000 followers or 100,000 views that would view your product, and you times that by 10 or 20. And if you trickle it down to the 10 to 20% range, you now quadrupled your sales just off of network association. So when you buy from the store and other people buy from the store for a product that they didn't even know your product existed. I'm going to buy soap from Horticulture. I didn't know that sugar spices existed. So I'm going on there and I see the spices. Oh, let me buy this spice too.
Yep.
I put it in my recipe, and on Sunday I entertained some family and friends. They see the spice and they go on store and buy it, but not also do they buy the spice, they buy a book that they like. And the process goes on and on and on and on and on globally. So when you buy from the store, you're buying from yourself.
Period. Which is group economics all over again. And this is why I put a Muslim over the e-commerce, because if don't no other religion do group economics, his does. I ain't no dummy. If I wanted flamboyancy, I'd have put law, get over here. Get some attention. He ready. Get some attention, law. Put on some spandex and wave a flag. Get some attention. If I want to say, hey, I need someone with a group economics mentality that is also a millionaire I'm going to go get 7 million people. I need you to let these people benefit from 7 million people. Justin was the only choice. There was no other choice. Which also means Justin is a divine connection for me. Just is what it is. Because there's one of us in the room. Just is what it is. One day, you got any last words, Justin, that you want to say?
No, I'm good.
My last words. One day, I'm gonna sit y'all down on the camera, and I'm gonna let you see me, Phil, and Susan interact. It's a beautiful process. I'm gonna tell you how this works. Susan's the alpha in the room at all times. Okay, she's the alpha in the room. She's going after it. You see me submissive, but the person really running the room is always Phil. The real power is felt, not seen. How many times you heard me say that? Phil always, he just sit back and then he'll go, yep, no, yep, no. And you'll see this trinity of you in charge. Okay, now you in charge now. Now you in charge now. Now you in charge. And it's this perfect harmony of just no egos. You speaking now? Okay, well, let me be quiet. And I hope y'all run y'all companies that way. It's the truth. It's the truth. Now, in my opinion, Jerry, I think we only talk as Phil let us, but you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna, that'll be my secret opinion. That's just between me and you, Jerry, But know that that's how it should work. This man, Justin's in charge of the e-commerce. I got a vision. He's going to follow that vision. Other than that, I'm going to follow his vision. Because I ain't got time to do it. And he love it. And he also smart. And that's 2 people now that I got with GEDs fooling around, helping with multi-million-dollar companies.
Man, we 90% of the wealth.
What a great time to be alive. All right,
you know the saying, men in suits work for men in sweatpants.
Man, I've never heard that saying. That is a fact. That is a fact.
I was something that's in my head. My bad. This is just light bulbs going on.
Y'all go ahead, man. You fine.
You don't become rich. You don't become rich being in the system.
No, you can't. It's near impossible, because when you're good at school, you're not good at friendships, because that's not what the people making friends are standing outside the locker room getting C's. So then when you graduate, you just go be good at taking tests. But Phil and Phil's daughter apparently is out here making friends and being smart. You need to make friends and influence people. I just find a way to bring this book up once a time every meeting. I don't know how I do that. It just comes up. Like,
I'm listening to the Audible now.
Okay, good. I guess at some point, I was going to have to listen to it, because it comes up every chance you get. Let me tell you what I'm talking about here in a few minutes. It is getting everything you desire. That's what we talk about at 11 o'clock. Getting everything you desire. So you going on out there, and yes, there's a process to these things. Really ain't got nothing else. Take from me everything, because at the end of the day, and this is true for everybody, but I'm always going to say it, I don't own nothing. I can invent it and patent it. It still ain't mine to own. And the more you think like that, the more this universe will give you more things to own. It's just the way it works. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plant better. You can dominate. Thank you, everybody. Got chills. Appreciate y'all. Everyone. Yes, sir. Thank you, Justin. All right, let's go get rich.
We're making lower emission vehicles our priority. Reusable packaging, our priority. And carbon capture research to offset emissions, our priority. Because Earth is our priority. At FedEx, we know sustainability means a lot to you, and we feel the same way. Our goal is to be carbon neutral by 2040. We call it Priority Earth. FedEx, where now meets next.
I hate to break it to you, but you're in for a big surprise. 5 years from now, Jane, who's resigning today, will ring the NASDAQ bell, officially launching her company on the public market. And what you'll soon realize is that Jane stole your most valuable data to start her new company on her way out the door. Learn how Code 42 Insider can stop data theft and protect your organization's most valuable assets. Visit code42.com to learn more.